G'day, Tragic here, and welcome back to Star Trek Frontiers. This is the 5th round, so we're getting close to the end game, and we're about to destroy this Borg where the Klingons are going to charge in. So Martok is first and going to invite Ursula. Yablam! So it's Martok's turn. Now before Martok even takes a turn, he's going to do this. Move. And then he's going to go move. And also he's going to go move. Actually, he might just do that. Yeah, so that is what he's going to do. So before he does anything, he's produced 8 move. And the reason we're doing that is because you have to produce special maneuvers during the movement phase. And during combat this turn, you must pay move points left over from the move phase as attack points, or 2 move points for 1 point of long range attack. So we've actually created 4 long range attack. So now that that's done, I'm just going to stick these here just so I remember. That's 4 long range attack. And now he's going to initiate combat and invite Ursula, who flips over. So first thing we do, oops, I haven't even drawn these things because, give this a shuffle, because I'm so confident that I'm going to be able to kill this without any problems. Technically, they could have peaked at this long ago. But we're doing level, what level are we doing? Are we doing level 6? I think we were doing level 6s, weren't we? Okay, this person has a Borg Cube, 2 Romulans, a K-Class. Yeah, so we're doing level 6. So that's the right amount of monsters. Give this a shuffle. And I think we're going to give him 2 and give Ursula and B'Etor 1. So 1, 2, and she gets 1. Would have been nice for both the Borgs to go to him, but whatever. Now, it should be noted that this Borg has a pretty funky ability. Basically, all blue and red is +2, and cold fire is +1. Yablam! Let's see what he's got. Okay. So, this person is 5 to attack. He's just got biogenetics. And this dude here has cold fire, which is actually 5 attack, brutal, poison, and is got physical resistance. Now remember, we have already created 4 long range attack. So we can do this. That's another 3. That's 7 long range attack. And that is all we can produce. We can produce 7 long range attack total, which isn't enough to kill the Borg because we need 8. We have nothing else that can produce long range attack. We do have this energy flow, but see the little spanner? That means it cannot be used during combat, which is a bit of a bummer. So, I don't think we're going to... That means that if we don't use this as long range attack, we've actually produced 8 attack. Because it's only long range attack if we halve it. So that is 8 attack by itself. So what we're going to do, let's tap 7 of 9. And we're going to use the question mark mana. And that all enemies use... Oh no, let's not do that actually. What are we going to do here? Wish I didn't use this now because I wanted to power this. Oh well, so... Let me just think about this. Okay, so after some thinking, we're going to do it a little bit different. So, let's pull this up so you can see what I've done. We can't change this. Okay, so this is producing 8 movement, and we can use 4 as... We can use 8 as 8 attack, or we can use it as 2 points of move for a long range attack. Now this dude is only 5, so we don't have to really worry about her very much. So we can block her by just doing this and paying with a red. That's 5 shields, 5 attack. She is blocked. Now we have this dude. Now we can block this person quite easily if we use 7 of 9. But I really want to use her all enemies use resistances this combat. It would have been very, very nice if I didn't do this thing at the beginning and then I could have used the yellow on this guy and just reduced the Borg, and that could have left her 8 shields to block. So unfortunately that is a real bummer. But this is 5 cold fire attack, which means we need to block 10 to block it, and it's going to do double damage and poison. But what we can do is tap this guy for shields 3. Or we may as well do this one. We'll tap this one for shields 2. So this is 2 shields, which knocks off 1 damage. So this is now 4 damage rather than 5 damage. And because of that, we save wounds because we have 4 armor. So we're not going to block this. We take 1 wound in hand and we take 1 wound from poison. Then there's brutal, which takes 1 wound in hand, another wound in poison. So that's quite annoying. So that's that phase. Now it's the attack back phase. So we have a total of 8 attack right here. 8. We do this. 9, 10, 11 attack. And we have a total of 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 we need. 11, 12, 13. So just to recap, that's 8 plus 3 plus 2 using this ability here. But when we combine these two things, they'll both get physical resistance. So we can tap 7 of 9 using the question mark. All enemies, you lose all resistances, which means they're all lost, and both those guys are now killed with the 13 damage. And that is the end of that skis. So I thought I was being clever using the move points in the correct order this time, but I really sucked not having that, because if I had this thing here, I could have tapped this dude with yellow to lose all combat resistances, and then I could have used her shields 8 and enemy loses brutal. So that's why it's important really to do it in the correct turn order, because it does make a huge difference. So if I did this, like if I allowed myself to play this card during the combat, it would have been a very different outcome. Anyway, so that's the end of that. Let's go to Ursula and Bator. Blam, what do you got? Oh, you have the same monster. That is terrible. So that is 5 attack. And this is a much more difficult thing. This guy has 8 shields. That's good. And target enemy does not attack this combat and gets -3 defense. So we're definitely going to do that. There is a red in the source. Boom. Blam. So, no one attacks, and then she just needs to produce 16 damage, which is a huge amount of damage. Peek at the top 2 cards of your ship deck, place 1 card in your hand and shuffle the other back into your deck. Draw 3 cards and then shuffle any 1 card. So I'm going to play that card, and that's going to allow us to peek at the top 2 cards. And we can keep one of these, and the other one gets shuffled back. So we'll shuffle this one back into our deck. Okay, so we've got some bit more attack now. So that is 5, 6, 7. There's 4. So that's 9, 10, 11. Okay, so what we're actually going to do then is there a blue up here? There is. So let's return the red, and we're going to cast this blue, and we're going to use Inner Light. Bam. Search another ship's discard pile, choose 1 action card you find there, and use their effect of the action card for free. after we return it. So basically we're going to pick out this one from Picard, which is target enemy gains -5 attack for the rest of the turn. Remember, this will allow us to use either the top or bottom effect for free. So this guy is now fighting at 0. It doesn't say to a minimum of 1. And 5 minus 5 is 0. So that attack is nullified. And now we need to produce the 16 damage. But we now have her 5 attack available. So that is 5, 10... 14, 15, 16, and that is enough to kill this other Borg. Bam. And that, my friends, is the end of that. Okay, so let's clean up now. These all go into the discard. These are destroyed. This is re-rolled. And these are done up here. So that is 8 plus 4. That's 12 XP. Where are we? 66. That's 78. Still no level up. And he gets 2 markers. I'm just going to get a 3rd marker while I'm there. This is destroyed. He is the captain because he got the most damage. And we'll have 2 markers on here. And then he draws, but because he's got the extra draw, he's drawing to 6, 7, 8. And Ursula, she also, this goes back into Picard's discard pile. Blam, and she also, well, she's got a level up from killing a Borg cube, right? That's 8. That takes her to 36, which is a level up. So, completely out of action cards. So she can take target enemy gets minuses defense. That's very good. Or she can get post attack. Oh, that is cold fire attack. That's excellent. So we're definitely taking that one, I think. Because basically this one here is cold fire attack 4, so it's always full damage. While this one is a maximum of -2 defense. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to take the actual cold fire. So she takes that. And she gets 2 of these. Oop, why is this one flipped over? Ah, a blue and a black, or a mana of any color. Okay, this one's actually pretty interesting. This is basically like a permanent use a second die from the source. You flip this over and you get any color in the source, any basic color, so, you know, blue, red, and yellow. You get a token, and this one will give you 2 tokens, which is better. This is more versatile. I think this one here is better. So we've already got one that gives us blue. We don't have one that gives us black, though. She does have a lot of very good spells, so I think I'm actually going to take this one, even though I do really like that particular card. And she's still drawing to 6. Bam. Okay, so that is that. There's only 1 Borg remaining and the race is on. So let's get over there. It is Picard's turn, if I can find out what number he is. We have not much in the source. What's this thing do? He's hardly got any movement still. So I think he's going to go 4, 5, 6. And that's going to get him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think instead of using that thing, so that's 6, 7, 8. That's 8 movement. So that's 5, 6, 7. Okay. Bam. He's finishing on a repair station. Does he have any wounds? Nope. And he is not next to anything, so he's just drawing to his normal hand size, which is 6. Still only gets to draw 1 card. Wow, that is crazy. And now Cisco's turn. Cisco still hasn't drawn his repair. That's really frustrating. He is on a Romulan starbase. He still has no diplomacy. He does have telepathy though. This one can produce 4 diplomacy actually. So anyone here he can hire? He can hire this dude, and this dude. That guy costs 8 and he has -1, so it costs him 7. It costs him 9. So that's 4 diplomacy. Oh, it's going to take us forever to get over there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 he wants to produce, basically. And that's also going to take him past any loading of, past any of his local bases. So his hand size is going to be way smaller. So we've got to use over 3 cards. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it's 3, 4, 5, beg your pardon. So that's 1, 2. And I'm going to have to do this one. We'll use the blue. Oh, there is no blue. So he's just going to roll this. What you got for us? White or blue, please? Blam! Oh, it's a question mark. Lost. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, so he's going to go 1, 2. And just... Oh, he can't. That's a ship. Oh. Okay, so that's 1, 2... Oh, wait. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we are. And that's moved him to this location, and he'll also gain a red crystal, which is perfect, because then he'll have telepathy ready to go. Bam! And he is no longer next to the thing, so he's only drawing to 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So before he does that, is he going to discard? He wants to keep advanced shields. He wants to keep the enemy attacks. Well, maybe he doesn't need the enemy attacks because he'll be able to use long range assault. Do we have any long range? Attack. No, we don't have any long range. Oh yeah, we do this. So that's long range 6. Long range 6. So this and these two a long range 12 attack, which is pretty hardcore. Plus it'd be long range 12 red attack. Shields, I love the shields card. Use an additional die from the source. Yeah, there's just so much going on here. So basically I'm just gonna keep all those cards so he doesn't get to draw. Oh, then he can't move next turn, which is what he wants to do, right? Oh, he can use telepathy to move. Yep, so that's what he's going to do. And that's going to be the end of his turn. The question is, what's going to happen now? The Federation wants to get over and clear out the Green Borg as quickly as possible. But the Klingons, I think the Klingons are just going to say, look, we're going to start cleaning up the table. We can steal these off the Federation. There's a couple more locations we can actually take. We can burn down these M-class planets. So there's a lot of action they can do to get points now and just stall. And meanwhile, the Federation is going to try and end the game before they can do that. So that's the plan, and I will see you guys next time.